All right, guys, obviously if you're here, you're about to snorkel your four-wheeler, or you want to know how bad you got screwed by ordering one of these snorkel kits online. So today's video is gonna basically be going over everything you need for like to snorkel your Honda four-wheeler, whether that's a Rancher, a Foreman, or a Rubicon. All the stuff here on this table should get it done. So starting out, this is your PVC stuff that you can get from either, like Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, somewhere like that. And this stuff all cost me 57 bucks, which is right here. And then also on Amazon, I got this heat shield tape and I got this hose to run your vent lines. So if you buy a kit online, this is the stuff it comes with, and they're going to charge you from, I've seen them, these kits go from about $275 all the way to 500 bucks. I got all of this stuff right here for $90. It was $60 for my PVC stuff, and it was another 33 bucks for my heat shield and my vent hose. And honestly, this comes with a lot more than you're going to need. So if your heat shield tape gets dinged up when you're out riding, or you have a vent hose get broken or ripped off, or maybe caked in mud, you have enough stuff to come back later and fix that stuff, that you won't have to go out and buy more. So anyways, I have this cost breakdown that you guys can screenshot here, and it's going to tell you exactly the exact items you need, how much they cost, rounded to the nearest dollar. And it's going to tell you where to get them, whether it's Lowe's, Home Depot, or on Amazon. And then these are some optional items that we'll go over later in the video. So obviously, once you get that stuff, if you don't have anything just laying around the garage to help you, you're going to need to order some brake parts cleaner. You're going to need to order some Permatex Ultra Black. And this dispenser right here and this size is the best, because with this handle, you can get a constant stream coming out, which is going to be really beneficial when you're trying to go around in a circle, instead of having to take a tube like this and squeeze it out and it stops squeezing. You have to reconnect the joint and keep going. It's just a lot easier to get this, which you're going to pay a little more. But also, I had a tube like this and I ran out pretty quick. So you're going to need more than what comes in these little tubes. So I would just go ahead and buy the bigger, nicer version of this Permatex. You're going to need some PVC glue and some dielectric grease for your boots. And you're going to need obviously you can use a piece of sandpaper. You don't have to have this, but this connects to a drill and makes it really easy to just use a drill and get all this stuff on the airbox scuffed up to where your Permatex will stick to it. So this, I think, only cost, let's see here, $8 on Amazon. So this is definitely a necessary purchase, in my opinion, if you want to get this done quickly and efficiently. All right, so we've gone over everything you need. Obviously, if you buy one of these kits, I have listed what those kits come with, and they're about $300 to $400 for the majority of them. And with doing it yourself, just using Lowe's and Amazon, you can get the exact same stuff in their kit for $90. So you're saving $200 to $300 right out of the gate. And then that, if you don't have any of this stuff, that gives you, because it's, my stuff that I ordered on Amazon cost you, which is crazy to think about because I really didn't get that much stuff, but the stuff on Amazon, which is this here, cost $90. And obviously, if you factor that with that, then it's $33 less, so it's about $60, but or just under $60. But anyways, the only other items that we're going to need, and you don't have to do it this way, but this is what I chose to do because I'm trying to do this correctly, is a Vessel Power Sports Delete Plate Kit. So that goes right here for your airboxes with the secondary airbox that sticks out. Basically, it removes this, because this boot, which is just a liability. It's something that, if this secondary boot maybe gets hit by a stick, or gets hit by a rock, or your tire or anything, you know, it's gonna probably move this joint here and it could unstick your Permatex and cause a leak. So just to remove that liability, we went and got a plate from Vessel Power Sports, which costs $30. An OMC airbox seal, which I do not have yet, but that's gonna go up top here to seal your airbox lid so that you don't have to silicone it. That way you can get in there and actually service your air filter. And then the only other thing that we'll need, which I'll show you where this goes at the end of the video, is your AutoZone hose, which is just a 1/2-inch crankcase vent hose. And from what I read, I can get about 4 feet for, you know, about $15. So, you know, that tax on another $70. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do it this way. You can just silicone your airbox lid or keep your seal that you have, and you don't have to run this. But this crankcase hose here, you can look up other videos on YouTube, like I think Project Ajax has a video on it. But basically it loops up your crankcase hose, so if you do get water in this airbox by dunking your snorkel, it's not going to get into your engine oil. The water's just going to go through your air filter and get in your top end, which you can get all that water out by removing your spark plug, turning the key, and shooting it out the spark plug. All right, and so I have this Rad Relocate kit here from Vessel, just because I want you guys to know, if you are going to run a center snorkel, you are going to run a radiator relocate kit, you are going to have a bracket that attaches to this radiator kit and holds your snorkel in place. Vessel Power Sports makes one. I think they sell it for like $60, so you can go that route, or if you're handy, you can make your own bracket, which is what I'm probably going to do, just because I have the stuff in the shop to do it. But yeah, that's why that's there. So you could end up spending, if you got everything including the bracket for that Rad Relocate kit, which is $60, you could end up spending a total of like $280 if you make your own bracket, or just find other means to buy a bracket somewhere else. Then your total cost, if you don't have anything, is going to be $220, which is still a whole lot less than just this stuff, because this is all that comes in those kits. So just wanted to make this video to break that down to you guys. Hope this video helps. If you got any questions, I'm probably leaving some stuff out. Throw them in the comments and I'll get back to them when I can. But yeah, definitely screenshot that, get your stuff, do it yourself. And if you need a good video to learn how to make a snorkel, y'all need to go to Vessel Power Sports' YouTube, and they have a great video on how to do all this. And you know, that'll be really beneficial. So enjoy y'all's day, and thanks for watching.